Hi guys, welcome to another Barb Stamps multi-card video. The video today, I believe I have 27 cards to show you out of the Dinoroar suite of products. And now this suite is shown in the catalog on pages 98 through 100, with 100 having a very nice full color picture of the designer series paper that go in this suite. And then back on these pages, you'll see all the supplies that come in the suite, along with the myriad of projects that you can create with the supplies in this suite. So let me get this out of the way. To start off with, we've got the Dino Days stamp set that coordinates with the Dino Dies. And the Dino Dies is a set of 12 dies, and I've got my little cheat sheet piece of paper here. So you can see that most of the images have coordinating dies, but you can see we've got our Brontosaurus. Oh, let me flip this over. So we've got the Brontosaurus here, we've got the pterodactyl, we've got the stegosaurus, and then of course his spikes are a separate stamp. We've got Tyrannosaurus Rex here with his super cute short little arms, and then of course his spikes also. We also have an egg, and you can see that I've die cut the egg twice just to show the detail of the cracked part of it there. And then the set also comes with the palm tree trunk and the palm frond. If you stamp and cut in multiples, you can make a full tree. Then we also get these fun little dies for the bellies of the dinosaurs, or just as random designs on any of your cards. We've got the triangle pattern, the polka dot pattern, and then this kind of, I'm not really sure, just half moon kind of thing. So there's a lot of fun stuff in the die set, and they do coordinate with the stamped images, like I said. And then we do have some fun sentiments. We also have in the suite the denim ribbon 3/8 inch. And then we have these fun little Dinoroar enamel shapes that come in the lovely lipstick, old olive, and pretty peacock. And then the designer series paper, I'm running low on this. I've used a lot of this paper because it's just so stinking cute. So we've got this dinosaur paper here, and you can see these dinosaurs all can be cut out with the dies. So we've got the Brontosaurus, the the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and you can also cut out his spikes. Same with Stegosaurus and the pterodactyl. Opposite side of that is some fun dinosaur footprints. We've got this multi-dinosaur paper here in the Mango Melody Old Olive and Pretty Peacock, the reverse side of that. This one is a fun little collection of dinosaurs, palm trees, water, volcanoes, and then we have this interesting pattern on the back of that. We have the eggs, of course, because you want to say if you're making a baby card, super cute. And then here's the paper that kind of matches the blue one here. Really cute. And what else do we have? I've used a lot of this. We've got this pattern here with the reverse having these fun tropical leaf images. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got to have one more. It must be this one here. And then we have the lovely lipstick kind of themed outline dinosaurs, and then the backside kind of is the opposite of this one here. So that's the supplies that are in the suite, and the cards that I'm going to show you today are going to use a combination of these products. All right, we are going to start out with this card here. This is one that I made on a Facebook Live a few weeks ago, and I'm going to link that up in the top corner for you so you can find out how I made it. It's not very difficult, obviously. It's a layer of Mango Melody, 2 strips of the designer series paper, and then rectangle stitched framelits here with the 2 dinosaurs and the sentiment piece. So very simple card. All right, this next one here uses the brick folder in the background of this Whisper White layer. We've got lovely lipstick card base. We've got those cute little dinosaurs in this pattern of paper here. We've got our new tag topper punch that I did on the top of the tag here. I've got some of our woven threads, sequins that I did add to the background a little bit of our decorative scalloped border punch down here, and then some lovely lipstick ribbon. This one here, we have a card base of Old Olive. We have a layer of Pool Party that has some fun stamping with the palm fronds and the little dinosaur footprints. We've got that same pattern paper that I just used on the previous card. We've got our Tyrannosaurus Rex here with the fun little bubbles in his belly, and then his spikes. And we've got a stitched square here, and then one of those tiny little enameled shapes. All right, here's our next card. This one uses another piece of the designer series paper, and then I have a little bit of our new kind of reversible Pretty Peacock and Old Olive reversible ribbon just poking up just a little tiny bit above that designer series paper. Got our palm tree trunk, the palm fronds all stamped up to make a nice tree. We've got the sentiment here with those fun little circle stamped images in the back. We've got Tyrannosaurus Rex here with his spikes. Super simple card, but I think it's super cute. Here is a bit of a fun fold card. You can see we have Flirty Flamingo as our card base, the two different kind of Flirty Flamingo lovely lipstick pieces of designer series paper. We've got this fun little piece on the front here. Here's some more of that Pretty Peacock Old Olive ribbon. We've got the egg here, the Look Who's Hatched, our little Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then some palm fronds to kind of mimic the ground that his egg is laying on. Moving on to this one, we've got some of our fun enamel, glitter enamel dots here for accent. I love those. Little strip of lovely lipstick ribbon. We've got the Tyrannosaurus or the Brontosaurus, and this is actually on the designer series paper. So he is a pattern in the designer series paper, and then he was just cropped out with the die and stuck on the card. So this is a super simple card. The designer series paper, the pool party, and then of course the thick Whisper White card base. A couple of our stitch nested dies for the sentiment there. All right, we're going to pause for a commercial break. I wanted to talk a little bit about my online class that uses all of these products. My online class is a class of 9 cards using the Dino Days suite of products, and you can get the class for $20 through my website at barbstamps.com. You can earn it free by purchasing my bundle of products that includes everything here for $93. You'd send me an email to barb@barbstamps.com. I'll send you a PayPal invoice. You go ahead and pay that, and then I mail the products directly to your home and email you the class for free. Or if you are a member of my demonstrator team, all my demonstrators on my team get all of my online classes for free. So that is a really huge perk of joining my team. Hint, hint. If you have any questions about doing that, please send me an email, barb@barbstamps.com. I am happy to help you. So online class, $20 for 9 cards, free with the bundle purchase or free if you're on my team. Now let's get back to the cards. This one is super cute. This has our large stitch circle with the fun little dotted pattern down here. We've got 3 of those fun little elements. We've got the subtle background folder here done on the pool party. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's really adds a little bit of fun. A little piece of the designer series paper. The sentiment is, I think, a 3/4 inch piece of Whisper White. And then we have some crushed curry seam binding ribbon there to finish that off. All right, moving on to this one. We've got one of our fun punches. This one is called the Tailored Tag Punch, I believe. And we've got the sentiment there and the fun little dinosaur feet. A little knot of the denim ribbon, some of the designer series paper, Mango Melody layer, and then everything is put onto the lovely lipstick card base. Another little fun fold here. And again, both of these images are the designer series paper. So they were just cropped out of the designer series paper and stuck on this card. So one of our retired embossing folders in the background there. Another piece of the designer series paper. We've got the little footprints down here. And then the palm tree trunk, palm fronds. And then we have the sentiment, and so cute. Got this one here. This is another kind of a fun fold. So this one makes like a Z fold here. So we've got that fun designer series paper with little dinosaurs there. We've got the stem piece up here, Whisper White. We've got the Friendosaurus stamped in Mango Melody, and then the 2 dinosaurs in Pool Party and Pretty Peacock. And then this piece of ribbon here is our white metallic edged ribbon, and it was colored with the Mango Melody Stamp and Blend marker, and then wrapped around this piece for just a little bit of interest there. Then the inside you have the other sentiment. Moving on to this one, we have a panel of Whisper White with some splatter done, where you just kind of take one of our Stampin' Write markers and flick it out of its cap, and you can get that nice splattery image all over something. We've got those little triangle patterns here to mimic the ground. The Brontosaurus stamped in Pool Party. His little belly dots are Night of Navy to match the denim ribbon up here. Got a tiny little strip of the designer series paper along the edge here, and then we've got the palm tree trunk, and then all the palm fronds on both layers to make that full tree. And then this whole layer here is the crumb cake, and it opens the long way. This one here is a little bit different color combination. So we've got the Pretty Peacock card base. We've got a little strip of Old Olive in the designer series paper. Lovely lipstick layer here with Whisper White, one of those fun little enamel shapes. And then the palm tree done in lovely lipstick and Old Olive, and our little Stegosaurus buddy here in Pretty Peacock and Old Olive, and the sentiment. Here's another one that uses Old Olive card base and for the layer, and this also uses the layered leaves embossing folder here. 2 of the nested stitched dies, one of our rhinestones colored with a lovely lipstick marker, Stamp and Blend. Of course, our Brontosaurus stamped in Old Olive and cropped out. And then we have a little rectangle tag here with the sentiment and the designer series paper, and then a bit of linen thread. And this little guy here is our sprig punch vellum, which just adds a nice little detail. All right, moving on to this one. This is a card that has got the layered leaves embossing folder again on the top layer. And then we've got the piece of designer series paper here with the notched edges from our banner triple punch, a pool party layer, Whisper White, the Tyrannosaurus Rex stamped in Pretty Peacock and his spikes in Mango Melody, and then one of those fun little enamel shapes. Here's a card done in lovely lipstick. This is such a pretty color. So we've got the subtle embossing folder on this layer here. We've got the large stitched circle, Brontosaurus in lovely lipstick, his little belly detail in the Pretty Peacock, the sentiment in Pretty Peacock, one of those fun little enamel shapes, and then we have a little bow of white baker's twine there, and then a flagged piece of designer series paper with the banner triple punch again. Moving on to this card here, we've got the eyelet lace folder in the background, the piece of designer series paper, a bit of the lovely lipstick ribbon wrapped around the whole thing. We've got a few of these fun little enamel shapes. We've got the starburst punch, and then we have the 2-inch circle punch, and then a 1.5-inch circle punch for the sentiment piece. Here is another little bit of a fun fold card. So we've got the Pretty Peacock layer in the background here, another layer of lovely lipstick, the layer of designer series paper. Then we have this flip open layer here with the Whisper White on the inside that you can write your sentiment on. And then we have a couple of the ovals here, one of the layering ovals for the scallop, and then the stitched oval for the next layer. And this is the tag out of the Sailing Home bundle with the ships. And then our Brontosaurus here is, again, from the designer series paper, where you can just crop it out with the dies. All right, moving on to this one. We've got the subtle embossing folder done back here on the Old Olive, the designer series paper, cropped with the banner triple punch. You can see that the ends of this are just kind of flipped up just a little bit, just for a little more interest. Let's see, we've got the Pretty Peacock layer, Whisper White layer, fun little enamel shapes, and then of course our fun little Tyrannosaurus Rex with his little belly detail there with the circles, and then I love you this much sentiment, which I think is hilarious. All right, moving on to this one with lovely lipstick and Flirty Flamingo. Again, we've got that layered leaves embossing folder here on this layer. I'm not exactly sure where that sentiment came from, but any large happy birthday stamp would work in one of our layering ovals, and then one of our stitched ovals behind that with the Flirty Flamingo, and then the pterodactyl stamped in Pool Party and cropped out with the coordinating die. A little bit of lovely lipstick ribbon there. Here's one that uses a terracotta tile, one of our new in colors for the card base. Then we've got some Pool Party layered on that with the designer series paper, a bit of the terracotta tile scalloped ribbon, and then a terracotta tile layer, Pool Party layer, and then our fun little pterodactyl stamped in terracotta tile on white and cropped out with the coordinating die. Here is another little fun fold. This is kind of a flap fold card, which is really fun. So the background layer is the Pretty Peacock, inside layer Whisper White, and then we have the kind of flap on this side with the Mango Melody here. 2 strips of designer series paper, of course the banner triple punch flagging the bottom edges there. And I think these little things might be from the detailed peacock dies, but I'm not positive. And then we have the large circle out of Pretty Peacock, and then the sentiment there. All right, moving on to this card, we've got the lovely lipstick card base. We've got a little bit of that new, or not new, from the last catalog, the polka dot ribbon here. A layer of white, a layer of the designer series paper. We've got this fun shape from the Wild Rose set of dies. The dinosaur is cut out of the designer series paper again. So that paper is amazing. We have done a lot of cards where you can just cut the dinosaur out of the paper and use it without having to stamp anything. So that's amazing. We have a layering circle back here and then a scallop circle underneath it. All right, moving on to this card. So we've got a Blackberry Bliss layer done embossed with the Mosaic embossing folder. Then we have the Mosaic Mood designer series paper here, which just kind of give you kind of a jungly feel for dinosaurs. The Tyrannosaurus Rex here stamped in Blackberry Bliss. Same with the little sentiment here. Timeless label punch here with a little bit of sponging on the edges. And then we have our leaf punch here with some pieces coming from underneath of the sentiment. Moving on to this one, we've got a pretty peacock card base with the pineapple punch layer and then the large rectangle, stitched rectangle here, another little dinosaur cropped out of the Designer Series paper, and then we have some more of that pretty peacock, old olive reversible ribbon, and then another little stitched rectangle here with our sentiment. And finally, we come to this card with a pineapple punch card base, and then we have the pretty peacock layer on top of that with the fun little dinosaur footprints. We've got a little piece of the pretty peacock old olive ribbon, of course the little egg Designer Series paper. There's a couple of stitched rectangles here with the Stegosaurus sitting on top of it. He doesn't have his spikes though, but he's still cute. And then a couple of the palm fronds, and then we have a stitched circle, a 1.5-inch circle, and then one of those fun little elements. So that is what I have for you guys today. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel down here. Give the video a thumbs up if you'd enjoyed it. I would also ask you to consider purchasing my online class for this bundle of products. It is really cute. I can't rave about it enough. It's really cute. You can do that on my blog at barbstamps.com. And as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day.